Mark, first of all, congratulations again.
Thank you.
How cool is this? Back at Breezy with hockey's Holy Grail.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Probably didn't think I'd do it playing for a team in Vegas, but here we are. Been here since my dad's been a member here or somewhat of a member here, I guess, for 40 years, and I've been coming here since I was a little guy, so pretty special to be back here.
You know, it takes so much to become a champion, and you've been through a lot. I'm going to ask you personally, this season, I mean, back surgery, coming back, could you tell us a little bit about the ups and downs that led to that great playoff run, and how sure were you even that you were going to be able to be a part of it?
Yeah, I mean, having back surgery is not that great, but our team was good. They played good while I was out, and I knew I'd be back just in time to beat the Jets in 5.
Yeah, you had to throw that one in, huh? Tell us about that series, though. I'm interested because, I mean, certainly Winnipeg Jet fans saw that first game and saw some of the best that the Winnipeg team had to offer. Needless to say, you guys stepped it up afterwards, but take us through, what was the reaction in the room after game one, the way things went on all ice?
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? But I came home, kind of laughed with my wife. Thought maybe it was going to be a short playoff run for us, but we turned it on pretty good, and didn't really look back after that. We never faced any elimination games, and went pretty easy for us, actually, didn't it?
Well, as easy as it can be winning 16 games to get into sports' toughest trophy. I am interested in the, it's funny, pushback was a big word from Rick Bowness. You guys had pushback then as well as in the Edmonton series. What is it about the men in that locker room and the team that you guys were able to come back from disappointing games, disappointing moments, and reassert yourselves as the team that ended up standing on top?
Oh man, there's a lot of ups and downs right in the playoffs. That's just the way it is. We were fortunate that we had a bunch of guys that have won Stanley Cups before. Until we've done it, you don't understand how hard it is, and pretty calm room. Just kind of felt like we were always going to win. We just never felt like we were going to lose, I guess, since the way it was. Even against Edmonton, just never felt like we were going to lose.
Well, yeah, and you guys did that. That Edmonton series was something else. I mean, you're going up against a player unlike any other. Tell us about the challenge of the Oilers, but also, particularly in your spot, often facing off against McDavid, knowing what he's capable every time he's on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, no one's matched up with McDavid. Kind of got to just take your turn, hope for the best. That's the way it is. If you can hold them to 2 points a game, you're usually pretty happy. But that whole series, the same thing. I never thought we were going to lose. Obviously in that game 5, that was kind of the turning point. Petro tried to chop Draisaitl's arm off there in game 4, so we lost him for game 5. But once we won that game, I knew we was over.
You know, it really seemed, and I mean, we saw this in spades in the Winnipeg series, but throughout, a team that, you know, listen, you got a couple big money players, yourself and Jack Eichel, but, you know, hey, I'd rather be that than the other guy. But you know what I'm saying? This was, I mean, top to bottom. I mean, hell, even Aiden Hill at one point was, 3rd or 4th on the goalie depth chart, and everybody stepping up and really bringing their best at the best time of year.
Yeah, I mean, we were fortunate enough to have guys that made salary cap, right? You got guys who make little, like Brett Howden just had his party on Sunday night here. A guy was unsung hero. You got to have those kind of guys. So, but at the end of the day, everybody kind of stepped up. Our goalie was great, defense was great, forwards were great, coaching was we needed. It was awesome. Everybody kind of bought in. Ownership, management gave us a chance to win, and we were able to pull it off.
I don't know if you're, I mean, if there's anything other than a few different things going your way, but this has been an incredibly competitive team, well, since the first year they were in the National Hockey League. Since you have been there, can you look back at this year's championship squad and identify what maybe the difference was that put you guys over the top as opposed to some other really talented teams?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, our GM has made some big moves. Traded away a lot of my good friends to get better. Added some big pieces. I don't know. Everybody wants to play in Vegas, so we're able to get those big guys. And our goalie was good. right? Our goalie played really well. That was our question mark. And we had good D, good forwards. We missed the playoffs last year. Everyone kind of wrote us off into the sunset. And laughed at how long the rebuild was going to be. And then we got this guy right here a year later.
Mark, you mentioned Kelly McCrimmon. You guys go way back. You know, in a day where you got the cup back home, he of course just had something in Brandon with it. You ever reflect on your relationship as to where it started in the Western Hockey League and how it's ended up?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know, a lot of people wrote me off when I was younger. My dad wrote me off a lot of times too. But I don't know, we almost got Team Manitoba down in Vegas, so a lot of people there. Guy you work with, Gary Lawless, is working for us. Doesn't just start with the players. It's management, media side of things. We got a lot of Manitoba people, so almost got a Team Manitoba down in Vegas.
Well, we often joke about the Manitoba Mafia running things there with the Vegas Golden Knights, but I imagine that must make it even cooler. I mean, we were talking to the guys that are carrying the cup around. They might need to, never mind a hotel, like, get a ride share, rent share for the next little bit, because, of course, this cup is going to be here in Manitoba for a good portion of the summer. And it does speak to the sort of player that, was on that team, and certainly Kelly McCrimmon's got a heck of a good eye for talent coming out of this province.
Yeah, I mean, if you play for the Wheat Kings, you got a good chance to play for the Vegas Golden Knights, I'll say that. And same with all the Western Hockey League. We got so many guys that come out of there. Just shows the character that's around the prairies, right? We got a lot of guys from Saskatchewan as well. But yeah, it's been great. I love living there, love playing there. Ownership's been great. Kelly bringing me down there. I wouldn't have trusted anyone as much as I trust him, so I had a chance to go there. It was pretty awesome.
Mark, I'm sure at a time like this where, you're on top of the hockey world, you're rolling around with the cup, people are lining up to have pictures and sign autographs. I know you went by your childhood home today with the cup. I mean, obviously this is special to share it with so many people, but on a personal level, I'm sure this is something that you've thought about your entire life.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to plan it, right? Got to go back to Keith Bodley, which was awesome, and swing by Westwood Collegiate. And then the childhood house that me and my brother only knew, we swung by, and we were fortunate that the new owners were sitting on the patio, so we were able to get some pictures in front of there, which was awesome. They were super appreciative. They actually had two of my brother and I's sticks that we left in the furnace room there, so we were able to sign that, and it was pretty cool.
It's so clear when you talk about your team and that run that you just finished, ending up with this, that you've got a lot of personal confidence. Your team was built on confidence. But have you always had that? I mean, you weren't a guy that was picked in the first round. You mentioned there was a lot of people that doubted you, and yet here you are right now. And how much is that coming from your roots here in St. James, just down the street?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't think I was pretty good growing up. But I mean, you got to be humble too as well. My dad was good with that. Told me I wasn't as good as I thought I was a lot of the time, which helped me get to where I was. But yeah, I'm super proud to be from here. Super proud to be back here with this beautiful trophy sitting in front of me. I still can't believe it. My name's on it, but yeah, I'm proud to be from here for sure.
You guys blew the doors off the Panthers in the deciding game, and it was essentially a victory lap in that third period. What was it like being on the bench? What was it like for you as the captain, knowing that in a few minutes you were getting your hands on that thing?
Honestly, I think the hardest part of the cup run was in between periods, the second, third, trying not to laugh and smile or trying to stay serious. We kind of knew that the game was over, 6-1 going to the third period. Made it 7-1 early. It was hard to play that last period, to be honest with you. Head was kind of going on all over the place, but that final buzzer rang. I think the celebration would have been just the same if we won in double overtime. So it was awesome.
Of course, you're the captain of the Stanley Cup champions. You're the first one to get that cup in your hands.
Yeah.
What were those moments like before you were handed the Stanley Cup? And do you have any memories of what you were thinking when you raised that thing in the air?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. going up with Gary. Said a couple nice things. I know a lot of people boo him, but nice guy. He said some nice things, and the first thing I thought of when I grabbed it was to make sure to take all steps to get off the carpet and to not trip. So I think my cup raise went smoothly.
I think anyone that's been to the home of the Vegas Golden Knights knows that plenty of options and opportunities to have a good time. How was the night, the first night with the cup? Tell us a little bit about where this beauty made it to in the hours afterwards. The Vegas Golden Knights were crowned champs.
For sure. I think obviously being in Vegas, people know all the strip and everything, but the best part for us was being in the locker room, celebrate with teammates. We had some families come in, our spouses come in. That's the best time, I think, when you're in there. I mean, you just battle with all these guys, and then you can just let loose. You don't have to play another hockey game for another couple months. So it was pretty fun. One of the better celebrations I've ever had. Well, who am I lying? It was the best celebration I've ever had.
I guess the only thing to do is try to do it again. You'll be back there. I mean, we know that there's a hell of a hockey team there, and pretty much all of it's coming back. I have to ask you, though, you've been in the league for a while. There's been plenty of different off seasons. This would be the shortest off season, I'm sure. But how much different is the off season, the summer, when you're a Stanley Cup champion?
Everyone was saying and getting tired of smiling, but when you look at it, it's hard to not smile. So, but yeah, it's been short. What are we, a month and a half since we won, and we got another month and a half until we got to get back to work. But that's what you said. Winning's contagious. We want to do it again. The only way to do this kind of stuff is to win it. So hopefully we'll be back in the same spot. What is it, July 20-something, 25th? We'll be back here next year, hopefully.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of appreciative people here today that you brought here. You made this city and certainly your community, and Breezy Bend really proud. Congratulations again, Mark, on the incredible season, an incredible victory. And as they say, we prefer you didn't bounce the Jets out next year, but hey, listen, it's whoever's in your path, I'm sure. Congratulations again, and thanks very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.